Welcome to Spenelli Speaks. Hi guys, Danny here. Welcome back to my channel. I cannot believe how quickly March went by. I just did my wrap-up video and I couldn't believe how quickly the month went. And now here I am doing my April TBR. And boy, couldn't I be more excited about what is happening in April. Now, I think because of certain circumstances that are happening in the world right now, the best thing to do is to escape into a book and really just find yourself a new adventure. And a lot of the time we find ourselves doing that through books we find at the library or online or from our own shelves. So Katie from Books and Things has made a perfect readathon for everyone, which is the hashtag tbrclearout. Super simple, super easy. That's all there is to it. Just clear out your TBR, whether that be an audiobook, a ebook, or books right off your shelf. So I can tell you right now, all of the books on my TBR for April are plucked from my shelves. First, I want to show you a small little mini book haul that I had ages ago and just have been meaning to tell you about and just kept forgetting. If you've noticed in my other videos, this little stack of books right here, this is my mini book haul that I keep forgetting about. So let's talk a little bit about this pile first. The first book, and I apologize about the dogs, the first book here is The Little Prince. It's a really tiny little book here, and I'm not quite sure what it's about. It looks super cute. It has really great illustrations inside. I don't know if you can see that. I got it for 49 cents at the St. Vincent de Paul, and I was just like, why not? It says, the little prince lived alone on a tiny planet no larger than a house. He owned 3 volcanoes, 2 active and 1 extinct. He also owned a flower, unlike any flower in all the galaxy, of great beauty and of inordinate pride. It was this pride that ruined the serenity of the little prince's world and started him on interplanetary travels that brought him to Earth, where he learned finally from a fox the secret of what is really important in life. Ooh, this might be the perfect timing. I'm going to put this on my TBR for this month. I'm going to do that. I think that would be a really great idea. I'm going to go ahead and put that right in my pile here. Super little, easy to just throw right in there. Then, also found at the St. Vincent for 49 cents was Girl with a Pearl Earring. Now, this was popular several years back. I believe they made this into a film. And I do believe at that time I did read a little bit of it, but I think at the time I must have been like 13 or 14, and there was some adult content in here, and it was just not sitting with me very well. So I think I kind of at that time didn't know what I was doing, but I DNF'd that. Because I don't remember the ending of this, but I do remember reading it and enjoying it up to a certain point. So that is definitely a book that isn't the movie cover, which I love, but beautiful nonetheless, and just a story that I want to pick up again and see if I'm going to like it the second time around. So yeah, so I got that for 49 cents. Then I got for, it looks like $1.75, I Am the Messenger by Mark Zuzak. I read The Book Thief, and it is by far one of my favorite books. I don't know if you can see, but on my like favorites little thing here, I have The Book Thief, and I am so excited that I found another book by the same author. Super excited. I think I had listed this book as one of the books I wanted to try to read with my book club, and we just didn't end up picking it. But this is about, it says, Ed Kennedy is an underage cab driver. Sorry, apparently I can't read. Without much of a future. He's pathetic at playing cards, hopelessly in love with his best friend, and utterly devoted to his coffee-drinking dog, the doorman. That's weird. Is it a dog, or is he just referring to a person as a dog? Anywho, his life is one of peaceful routine and incompetence until he inadvertently stops a bank robbery. So yeah, I would really like to read this. I'm thinking that I might wait until my birthday month, because on my birthday month I'm going to be doing all of my favorite things, and that will include favorite authors. So maybe I'll put that on that TBR. I also got for 99 cents Truman Capote's The Grass Harp. I have no idea what this is about. I do know that Truman Capote has written a lot of really great things, including Breakfast at Tiffany's, which is another book that I would like to read during my birthday month. So when I saw this for 99 cents at St. Vincent de Paul, I was just like, you gotta get it. It's in the same kind of style as the Breakfast with Tiffany's book. So if I could talk, Danny. So I'm excited to have some kind of matching set here. So we'll put that on a future TBR. Then kind of like a more adulty book, maybe some romance in here. We have Jane Eyre Laid Bare. It says the classic novel with an erotic twist. So for 75 cents, I was like, that's interesting. Maybe I'll give it a go. So I would like to put this on this month's TBR because I'm actually going to be reading Jane Eyre this month. So I thought it would be interesting to read Jane Eyre and then read Jane Eyre Laid Bare and see which one I like more. I have a feeling they'll both have their own, what should we say, attributes? So we'll put that in my TBR list as well. And then the last book that I found, again for 49 cents at St. Vincent de Paul, was The 5 Love Languages, The Secret to Love That Lasts. I thought, with myself getting married this year, it would probably be a good idea to understand this a little bit better, to have a solid relationship. So I thought it's a pretty slim book. It would be something that would be, important for my relationship. And so I picked it up. So that was 49 cents. So that was my mini haul. I think overall with my donation, I think I ended up spending like $7 for all the books. So yeah, so let's jump into my TBR. Again, this is all books from my shelves, and I'm really excited to kind of continue clearing these out. I actually think it's gonna come time soon for me to reorganize my shelves because I have been reading so much off of my shelves that they're all starting to kind of get picked weird, and then the other shelves are getting too many done books on them. So I'm kind of excited to be able to reorganize that again. So let's talk about my TBR for this month. Now, we already talked about how I'm going to do Jane Eyre Laid Bare, and that's because I'm also going to, and excuse all my stickers, I'm going to remove those soon, but I'm going to go ahead and read Jane Eyre. I've never read Jane Eyre before, so I'm excited to do that for the first time and then read the erotic version of it. So those are 2 books for sure. And then for those of you who know that I am doing a series for the Series of Unfortunate Events, I will be reading the 3rd book in that series, which is The Wide Window. I'm really excited about this. I have probably read the first 3 to 5 books a couple of times, and The Wide Window has always been kind of an interesting one to me because the main character, beside the children and the villain, really irks me in this one. So I'm interested to read this again and see how I feel about her this time around. I haven't yet posted my first series. I did film a vlog for that. It's just that I've had other videos to post beforehand, but that should be coming out soon. And then I'll also do vlog style for The Wide Window. Then here for the next book on my TBR, and I do have to get all of these stickers off, I have the Guernsey Literary and Potato Peel Pie Society. This is like kind of a romance. It's a historical fiction based in the area of Guernsey in World War II, I believe. So the back here, it says, January 1946, writer Juliet Aston receives a letter from a stranger, a founding member of the Guernsey Literary and Potato Peel Pie Society. And so begins a remarkable tale of an island of Guernsey during the German occupation and of a society as extraordinary as its name. I do believe they made this into a Netflix movie, which I've heard really good things about. So I would like to read this and maybe watch the film afterwards. But I've heard really great things. It's not too big of a book, so I'm excited to read that this month. The next book I have is What Alice Forgot. And a lot of these books probably look familiar to you guys if you've watched my a couple videos ago about how I pick my TBR. So some of these are probably like, yeah, Danny, we saw all these already. But this is another book that I'm going to be reading this month, and this one says Alice Love is 29, crazy about her husband Nick, and pregnant with her first child. So imagine Alice's surprise when she comes to on the floor of the gym. A gym. She hates the gym and is whisked off to the hospital where she discovers the honeymoon is truly over. She is actually 39 years old, has 3 kids, and is getting a divorce. That knock on her head has misplaced 10 years. Now Alice must piece together the events of a lost decade and find out if it's possible to restructure her life at the same time. She needs to figure out why her sister hardly talks to her and how it is that she's become one of those super skinny moms with really expensive clothes. Ultimately, Alice must discover whether forgetting is a blessing or a curse and how to start over. So I have never actually read any of Liane Moriarty's books, but if you have been watching my channel and you saw the book hauls, I found a lot of her books at a lot of different places. So I guess it's high time to read some Liane Moriarty, and I'm going to start with What Alice Forgot. So that's going to be on my TBR this month as well. Then, of course, I have my book club pick, which is the Midnight in the Garden of Good and Evil. And this is a nonfiction novel set in the South, and it, from what I understand, is pretty interesting, and I think from what I understand as well, people forget that this is nonfiction. It was made into a movie, and I think Kevin Spacey was in it. I remember watching the movie as a kid and being like, whoa, like that's some crazy stuff. So I'm really excited to actually read the book, and this is going to be actually a book club pick, so I'm super excited about that because I love talking about books. So I'm really hoping that most of my book club does pick this one up and start reading it. I know my mom has gotten pretty far into it, and she says it's really interesting, so I'm excited to get this started. I'll probably get started today, actually. Then, of course, we have Garden Spells, which I had mentioned on my kind of picking my TBR video. I came across this book at, I believe it was St. Vincent de Paul, and the only reason why I even knew what this is because I had read a book called The Book Charmer a couple months ago. I think it was in February, and on the front cover, it usually where people are recommending it, someone had said that it's very similar to Garden Spell, so it kind of stuck in my mind. Since I have mentioned this book, I have had many people tell me that Sarah Addison Allen is an exceptional author, and I'm like shocked because where has she been all my life? So I'm really excited to read this because it's kind of like so many people telling me that it's great. I'm like now anticipating it. So I'm excited to read this. I guess this is the first in a series, which is even better because you know how much I love series. But that's going to be added to my TBR as well. Then we also have Graceling, which I believe is a young adult novel. This one says, Katza has been able to kill a man with her bare hands since she was 8. She is a Graceling, one of the rare people in her land born with an extreme skill. As niece of the king, she should be able to live a life of privilege, but graced as she is with killing, she is forced to work as the king's thug. When she first meets Prince Po, graced with combat skills, Katza has no hint of how her life is about to change. She never expects to become Poe's friend. She never expects to learn the truth about her own grace or about a terrible secret that lies far away. So I think I saw this on Goodreads, and then I saw it at Goodwill for 79 cents and picked it up and was like, hey, it's about time I read this book. This one's a little bit of a chunkster, so I'm probably going to have to get on this sooner rather than later, but I'm kind of excited. As you can tell, I'm excited about all of these books. Mostly because they're slowly coming down off of my TBR shelves and allowing me to buy more books when I can, of course. So all in all, I believe that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 6, 7, 8. And then, well, wouldn't it be my luck? My library's Hoopla, which is their audiobook or like electric Electronic Library just came out with the fourth in my CJ Archer series, which is The Magician's Diary, and I will be able to start listening to that next, which I am so excited about because I'm just loving that series. I just finished the Apothecary's Poison, so check out that information on my wrap-up video, and that was my favorite thus far. So I'm hoping it's like gonna get better from there, which, oh, I just love that series so much, so I'm really excited. But that's all I have to say. Oh, I missed this little guy. So yeah, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and then 10. So 10 books for this month. I think I can do it. I think you can do it too. So hashtag tbrclearout. Check out Katie at Books and Things so that you can check out what she has. It's real simple, guys. Nothing to it. Just clear out your TBR. I hope you are reading something great. I hope you are staying safe. I hope you are taking care. Make sure you call your loved ones, say hi, send a cute little emoji, do something. Keep yourself well. Till next time, you know how it goes. Happy reading. Bye.